That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
They get a quick first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
55, come on, guys, 55.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, Eason. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing is Eason. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
To number 30.
Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw on third down. Eason. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Cameron Jordan.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Bengals 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Eason. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
From midfield now, Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
3. Bengals nothing.
That's the reason we ball for.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Jaguars 3. Josh Lambo set to...
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Eddie Goldman on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now the throw taken in by Chark. He's at the 50. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Eason sets to throw it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason going to throw deep for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
From the gun is Eason.
Steps away to his left. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He's got this one completed to Mims. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Eason into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's 21-3.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 21, Jaguars 3. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense, and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the point after.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
taken at about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30.
Burrow's pass.
A gain of 32 that time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Cincinnati.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
15. First down, Bengals.
Now Joe Mixon. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Jaguars' 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He'll get this one to Galladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, Jacob Eason.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Powers over it.
Just fed him his pads, didn't he?
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Now Eason.
Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. Third down here.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit us first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Makes the score.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow on play action. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that is incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and 10, Eason. Open man is Galladay, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Rolling to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They go play action with Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Eason. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Eason. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Eason to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 4-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And some strong running. And a
across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
That one goes for 24 yards.
I'd like to put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd down, here's Eason.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason, the open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
From the gun is Eason.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Jaguars.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Eason sets to throw it. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Tackled back at the 33.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Eason on 2nd down. He'll air this one out from Mims. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
On the play. 1st down, Cincinnati.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
7 at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Josh Lambo set to kick
So
off.
with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
10 at the 46-yard line.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.